Banjo-Kazooie is my favorite game of all time. It changed my life. Okay, maybe not that extreme, but changed the way I saw gaming. And I thought, you know what? I want to make a video on it. So I thought, let's take a deep dive into the Banjo-Kazooie Iceberg. Rareware. Rareware is the company that made Banjo-Kazooie. There isn't that much things to explain here. They just kind of made Banjo. They made a couple other games like Conker's Bad Fur Day, Donkey Kong 64, Donkey Kong Country, and Sea of Thieves. I think are pretty notable ones. Banjo 3. Banjo 3 was going to be for GameCube. The reason this is so high, even though it's a canceled game, is because Banjo 3 is a pretty obvious canceled sequel. I mean, like, everybody wants it. I don't have that much to say about it. It was just kind of, yeah, Banjo 3 was gonna be a thing. Stop and Swap. Stop and Swap was a way of connecting Banjo-Kazooie to Banjo-Tooie. But, so basically, if you collected a number of things, secrets in the first game, you would unlock something in the second one. But due to console limitations, this wasn't possible. But with a Rare Replay, you can actually do this, so that's pretty cool. Grunty's Furnace Fun. This is referring to the thing that was before the boss, and a lot of people don't like it because of the grunty spaces that ask a question about her personal life, which you can only get by her sister Brentilda, and she gives you the answers. Honestly, a lot of people didn't like this, but in my opinion, I actually think this is a pretty cool idea. Not the grunty spaces, I think that's pretty stupid, but I like it. It's cool. It was fun first playing. Maybe it's just because I only landed on like one grunty space, but whatever. I don't know if this is a hot take or anything, but yeah, I like Grunty's Furnace Fun. Canary Mary. Canary Mary is a boss in Banjo-Tooie that is really hard, so people go extreme lengths to beat this boss. This is insane, and like, you can literally see the thing on screen. People are really trying hard to beat this boss, and it could possibly cause pain to your palm or something like Mario Party with the tug-of-war game. But this is kind of insane. Banjo X. Banjo X was going to be a remake of the original one. Now I'm like, why didn't they do this? Knowing how Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, it probably would have been for Xbox or Xbox 360. We're not really sure, but honestly, judging by this, yeah, it probably would have been for Xbox 360. Turns out, a lot of people think it turned into Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. I don't know how a remake could turn into a car game, but that might just be me. I don't know. Diddy Kong Racing. Diddy Kong Racing is the first appearance of Banjo, not Kazooie. Also, Conker appears in this game, so, first appearance, Conker's Bad Fur Day. That's a totally different game from Banjo, in my opinion, but, yeah, whatever. Turns out, also, Diddy Kong Racing got a DS game, Diddy Kong Racing DS. Not sure if Banjo's in that one, but it would be pretty cool if he was. Now I know what I want for Christmas. Yeah, it's Diddy Kong Racing. Banjo-Kazooie. Banjo-Kazooie was going to basically be a game that will include Banjo and a couple other Rare games, and it'd be a racing game. But due to Rare being bought by Microsoft, this wasn't allowed, so it turned into Banjo Pilot, which I don't think the title change is necessary unless these are two different games. I'm not really sure, but yeah. Bosses. Banjo-Kazooie hasn't had any major bosses besides I don't know, the final boss. If I had to name some notable ones, there's there's Mr. Patch, Mr. Vile, and those mutant crab things in Clanker's Cavern. But I can't name no crazy or hard ones. Well, we already mentioned Canary Mary, and, well, nobody liked that. ROM hacks. This is a pretty straightforward one, just ROM hacks. A lot of the popular ones are Banjo-Kazooie Stay at Home, Banjo-Kazooie Snow Globe Village, and another certain one made by Kirko Mods. We'll get into a little bit later, not totally later, like the next tier. But yeah, this is a pretty simple one, just referring to ROM hacks. And I think Banjo-Kazooie is like the perfect game for ROM hacks, and the fact that these exist is like, it feels like the game, and you get to play more of it. And it's like bonus game. Banjo Randomizer. Banjo Randomizer, I think, is a mod. I'm not sure if it's a ROM hack. I don't really know. But basically, it randomizes the game, like changing the colors or the textures or even the size. And yeah, it just randomizes a lot of things in the game. So yeah, this seems pretty funny to play. 2D is missing. This is referring to the fact that 2D is never in another game besides Banjo-Kazooie. She was basically like the thing you had to save in the original, but she never appears again. That's kind of weird. But she does make a cameo in Banjo-Tooie on a milk carton with a missing poster. That is kind of insane. Project Dream. Project Dream was going to be the original Banjo-Kazooie with a young boy named Edison and taking into a fantasy world. It was going to be for Super Nintendo, but then it was on the N64, and then Edison wasn't working, and then it changed to Banjo. But then Mario 64 came out, and 3D platformers were new, so it changed to the thing we all know and love. Oh my gosh, that was a mouthful. I need to breathe. Okay, let me go get a sip of water. Oh my god. Banjo-Kazooie, The Jiggies of Time. This is a ROM hack made by Kirko Mods, and basically, it's The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remade in Banjo-Kazooie. He has made other ROM hacks on other Zelda games, but this is the only one that's like the whole game. Yeah, that's pretty cool if you're a Zelda fan and a Banjo fan. So, like, if you know how to play ROM hacks, you can play this. I'm not sure, but you can. Bottle's Revenge. Bottle's Revenge was going to be a mode in Banjo-Tooie because we all know Bottle dies. R.I.P. Yo, my man Bottle gotta die? That kind of sad. And basically, it was going to be two-player mode where some person takes control of bottles and can possess enemies and hunt down Banjo. This is actually a pretty cool mode, but it was scrapped due to... I'm pretty sure it wasn't bug tested. I don't know. Banjo is in mostly games that involve cars. So yeah, he's in Diddy Kong Racing for the N64. He's not in Diddy Kong Racing DS, but this theory still works. He's in Banjo Pilot for the Game Boy Advance, Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts for the Xbox 360, which could be debatable, and Sonic All-Star Racing Transform, specifically the Xbox one. And yeah, and the other ones are Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, and Banjo-Kazooie Grunty's Revenge for N64 and Game Boy Advanced. Name contest. This was a thing for Banjo-Tooie where people got to name characters for Banjo-Tooie, and the names of it were Old King Cole, Crispy Bacon, and Bullion Bill. So I think this is pretty cool. I wish more games did that. By the way, Old King Cole, that's like the greatest video game name of all time. Yeah. Banjo and Mario are in the same universe. This is referring to how, you know, the previous mentioned Diddy Kong Racing. Banjo's in that game, so that means he's in the Donkey Kong universe. But that doesn't mean he's in the Mario universe. But if you ask that, then are you stupid? Donkey Kong and Mario are in the same universe. So Banjo could be in the same universe as Mario. Now, We don't know if Diddy Kong Racing is canon, especially how Banjo wasn't in Diddy Kong Racing DS. But, you know, it's a pretty cool theory to think about, and it actually does make sense. And also, Banjo-Kazooie, we're going to be in Donkey Kong 64, so yeah. But I think it's just a cool theory to think about because, you know, it's Banjo and, like, both are good 3D platformers for the N64. Mario's a straight-on series, though. But, yeah, both good 3D platformers. Banjo and Super Smash Bros. Melee. Banjo was going to be in Super Smash Bros. Melee, but it didn't come until Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now, like, we don't really know why this didn't get in the game, and it's not because of Microsoft buying Rare or anything, because, like, the game released in 2001, and Rare got bought by Microsoft in 2002, and the game was probably developed before that. Kazooie is pregnant. Oh, I didn't want to talk about this, but, this is canon. This is just saying that Kazooie is pregnant. She always is. And that means Banjo and Kazooie are more than just friends, and I don't want to talk about this. But yeah, it is canon. Kazooie is pregnant. I really wish I was joking, but I'm not. So yeah. I don't really know a whole lot about this one, but it is canon that Kazooie is pregnant. I think I'm gonna die now. Mumbo is a Jinjo. This is referring to the theory that Mumbo might actually be a Jinjo just with a mask on. But I'm not sure if this is canon. It's just like if you look at like a turnaround, I guess, of Mumbo, on the back of him, he looks kind of like a Jinjo. And as we all know, the Jinjos that you find in each level aren't the only Jinjos in Banjo-Tooie. But Mumbo and Jinjo sound very different. Conker kills Banjo. We all know that Rare got bought by Microsoft, and in that commercial, this is the scene. Again, we don't even know if this is canon or not. And that was the Banjo-Kazooie Iceberg. I had a lot of fun making this. I think it should have had a little more entries, but whatever. I did miss out a few things like cheats and stuff, but I can't really think of anything else that I was missing, and most of the stuff that I was missing I didn't include because I thought it was just kind of stupid. But yeah, bye.